The comeback from Cyberzen was also really fantastic too. So I think this is going to be just as close as map 1, and I honestly don't think it'd be safe for me to make a prediction, but I'm gonna say that Envy closes out here.
2-0. So going against the desk. I think everybody said 2-1.
Yeah, well, they, to be fair to them, I think I said that Vici would take this, and so I'm changing my prediction. So my prediction is a non-prediction. I would never go back on it if I was, no, I would never, I can't take credit for it. I would never go back on it if I was on the desk. So.
Okay, here we go. We are in a sort of retake scenario at the moment onto that A site. The push is going to be solely down to Lovey, who already finds himself 2. Great start to the round, looking for a 3rd, and he's just doing everything on his own. This isn't a retake scenario. This is just a take. One man, he's done the job, and the rest just come in to close things out.
Wow, absolutely beast mode right there with the 3 headshots. Doesn't need any help from his friends. Takes the round into his own hands. Pop, pop, pop. Everybody crossing A. And you don't really need a lot of utility typically to take A to put a lot of pressure on the one player on the site. It's very common to play it solo, but in that situation, VG made a case for buying an extra couple of nades to deal with him because he was so good in that situation. I mean, that's almost a warrant enough to stay away from that site forever.
Yeah, they were set up with a kit. They were set up with the Molotovs, ready for that retake. Wasn't needed at all. Does it himself. Buy back up has come in. Kenny and Sixer both skimping a little bit. No armor for them, and already Devil is going to be removed by Savage. Someone highlighted by the desk for very good reasons. Was great in that first map. Really helped with their comeback. Didn't quite manage to take it over the line, and well, in the meantime, Happy he's found a headshot.
Yeah, a bunch of beastly players in the server right now. Devil and Lovey both going down. And I am actually quite curious about Devil on cash as well. Just as Sato mentioned, I've casted so many of his LDLC games, and he honestly, I can understand why he was the first pick out of everybody in that camp, because he was the best player on that team. And Sixer, damn, another nice headshot. 3v3 now. They've gotten control of what looks like Forklift though at this point. Yeah, and Sixer joining in the fun, adding another kill to adding another notch to the belt right now.
Yeah, this leaves it back just down to him, though. He's got to do absolutely everything. They've got a bomb plant, so there's definitely something additional. Switches over.
Oh, my God! What? Oh, my God. Did that just happen?
No.
No.
No. No. Lourdes is dying. Everybody, Lourdes, that's it. Lourdes is out. The combination of a Molotov. Oh, my God. What just happened?
Oh, my God.
You can see the look on their faces. 2 players burn after the round. I am in awe of that Molotov. That's absolute awe.
That's a 1v. That's a 1v. That's a 4K. He got 2 1Ds and 2 molly kills. And I can't talk anymore.
Lourdes is actually dead. I'm going to have to solo cast the rest of this one.
Oh my God.
I cannot believe it. That was almost like the Fnatic-esque thing where Prodax throws a Molotov out, but that Molotov should not have done what it did. Oh, God, that's already a crazy start to this game. Envy come back after absolutely nothing there. Like I still can't believe that just happened. Happy will open this round up, finding the first kill onto TB, actually grabbing a second as well, and doing a hell of a lot of damage already in this round, making so much cash. Eventually will be taken down by Zoking. In terms of, well, what the T's are doing, it looks like they're rotating away, but a lot of damage now being done. That's a couple of players back, bringing it back to a closer scenario. Advent's even picked up a FAMAS, so now even in terms of the round in favor, this could be swinging back towards the VG side. Definitely should have won that last round, but now looking to try and break back. Bomb plant again is going to allow extra money into the hands of Envy. And we are just looking to see what this retake scenario come in. Both coming aggressive, no utility to play with, no kit either. So it has to be a very, very quick round. Both coming aggressively onto Devil here, and he's perfectly placed. The flash will go out. Not quite spotted Zoking, but he's going to end it.
Wonderful flash. Had them both full blind. That was the optimal way to throw that, and had them completely out of the round. That was exactly what won them in that after plant situation. Really nice job from Envy. And after that round, man, like Sixer, if he hadn't shown his value as a stand-in, I mean, that just speaks so much. That speaks volumes for him. Has made a case for himself in that one round alone. And it's crazy. After that decisive pistol round win by Cyberzen, you think, okay, they're going to take this. They're going to at least run with this for a little. They're going to start jogging. But no, Envy take it right back. And also do a good job of recuperating themselves after that. After a couple of those kills going the other way. In that what should have been a full eco. And Savage is going to avoid this Molotov. It's actually a bad Molotov which might allow them to go into B. Oh, no. Okay. So they do deal with him.
Aim punch, unfortunately, going to cause him to go out of the round. Kenny with double there and bringing this one back to normality. And looking at the remaining 3 players, they have managed to get a UMP, which against armored players is very effective. Apex adding a little bit more cash to the coppers, and it's still just 2 players left. They are sort of holding these exit frags, not going for anything too crazy.
Yeah, so with about 2K apiece on each player remaining, TB finding a kill. And one more player is very close, I think, is ready to frag. Who is that? Yeah, he's in checker. That's Lovey. Okay. But doesn't get away with the kill. And now they can start moving away. They don't have much to save on the players that are in the site, but their armor.
Yeah, armor, a couple of nades. And, of course, TB actually managing to get a kill, $600 added, and gets away with a FAMAS. So not bad for him at all. In terms of a full eco round, that's actually worked out quite nicely.
Yeah, very nice. And now that the dust has settled, Envy are going to be buying up in full. I wonder if they're going to hang on to these MAC 10s or not. Honestly, I'm surprised to see it, but I think they actually are. They're not going to be upgrading either of these things, so I assume something fast is going to come out. They have bought up full nades for the whole team. And because of this, they're going to be saving $2,700 a person. I think that's the value they see in it. This does mean that this round might be a write-off in one sense, but they're also relying on potentially getting a couple of lucky entries. And there is a couple of players who don't have head armor in this situation, and maybe that's what they're calling out because they didn't have that much money after forcing up on the counter buy.
Yeah, this is, well, double MAC 10 buy alongside some AKs. That AWP, but it's Savage to do the work again, finding that first frag. And, well, no doubt a highlight player. 3 pushing Squeaky at the moment, so a bit of an interesting push. It is actually going to work fairly well for Advent. Manages to get 1 and almost grab a second. Another bomb plant in order. We are going to see Sixer grab an M4, so upgrading slightly. This is a bit of a bonus round, but at the same time, something that wants to be 1 happy in position, looking for the luck, not quite managed to do it, and he is just causing havoc now. Just even his presence is horrible, and you have to remember there's still 2 players on the site. Kenny is doing the work with the AWP. This leaves just Savage left. He's actually found a double, stopping that retake, and happy. That is why that look. It's hit and miss. Yeah. It has to be, but that was definitely a hit.
And Devil was absolutely selfless in that situation, went through B first to take attention away from Happy doing that. They figured that he was going to be the man to lurk, and then Happy took his spot and honestly played that to perfection. Did a lot of damage through that Molotov as a distraction and was just a thorn in their side at mid. And then did you see how he pre-fired that guy at Z? That was beautiful. Even though he didn't hit the shot, he was fully aware of where the next rotator could come, and it just shows you he has clarity of mind right now.
Yeah, very good start for Envy. Looking back to pistols for VG. Definitely had some prowess on their CT side of the last map.
Oh, these mollies.
And that Molotov, this time it was correctly positioned as well, so forcing Savage out of spot. The nade is actually going to dunk the wrong way, but Apex finds the headshot no matter what. This leaves 1 player onto the B site, already out of the round. So Apex entering, again, this time it is just versus pistols. But still doing the work nicely, and there's Happy again. It must just be so annoying having someone like him on the server.
Cyberzen have seen at least 16 mollies come into checkers, so they know that it's definitely going to be a B-take. And it's actually envious to take their time here. They're taking their sweet time right now, making sure that it's all clear and that it's going to be Cyberzen forced to take a risk, and they'd be right about it. There it is, Advent assuming, okay, they got to be walking into site now. Who would wait that long? These guys are not that patient. French players do not like to waste time, but it was the case that EnvyUS called about and outpatience them.
Yeah, Lovey, not really too much he can do here. Get a frag, pick up a weapon, best case. Worst case, get nothing. I think that's about it. Has a flashbang and a CZ. Not anything really worth saving into the next round. Maybe a nice secondary, but there you go. Worst case, nothing.
Nothing. Yeah, 5-1 right now for EnvyUS. Again, the 1 round that Cyberzen have won is that pistol, that first round. So they haven't proven that they can win anything else. They haven't proven that they're able to go tit for tat on a rifle round and put one together, and let alone string a couple together, which is exactly what they need to do if they want to get anywhere economically. Envy are in a beautiful position right now, and it's only going to get better, especially if Cyberzen lose this round or don't come close to winning it. They need the confidence as well, knowing that they're on second map, have already lost the first.
And now we look towards this AWP of Savage, playing around the smoke. Waiting to see what he has to offer here, but that flash is perfectly positioned. It does get traded back, though. Zoking ready and waiting. Looking for a little more. He's only on 15 HP, so the main aim is to try and escape, using all his utility to get out of there, and will do just that. A lot of damage done to him, and you can see the bomb now rotating towards that very position, but the setup 2-2.
Yeah, surprisingly managed to escape, but I think they know that he's low, so this means that B, even though from the minimap looks like it's equally as fortified as A, EnvyUS know that this is a weak site to go to, and both players on site means that there's no checker control, there's also no one in vent to help them out, and this should be a very successful B take.
Yeah, already the push looking like it's about to come in now. Already checking out checkers, and look at that Apex. The flashes are just great at the moment from Envy. They're blinding players left, right, and center. Zoking will get one back, but he's quickly removed from the map. Happy, wow. How many kills is he going to get on the lurk? This is working so well. CyberZen have no response to him being just in their, well, in their backside every single time.
Almost certain that was Lovey's flash that he threw, and then after uncrouching, like saw the top of it over top of headshot, but. Yeah, I mean, he can go ahead and say, man, these guys got insane flashes. Like, I have no idea how it's played.
I think most of the other flashes, though, they've still done it. It's not the first time.
Yeah.
Still using their flashes very effectively. Maybe not that one
certainly.
As such, but...
It's more of a comedic moment more than anything else. But the real issue is that CyberZen are getting bullied right now. Savage ended up sitting in that spot full blind and then getting sprayed down because the molly was right beside him. So EnvyUS really using their resources, as you said, properly, having all their options covered. And it looks like CyberZen to actually take a tactical pause right now at 6-1. Probably a good opportunity to do it. The thing is that they don't have a lot of money to buy this next round. They actually might. They've got 4,700 on one player, 4K apiece for two others, and a gun saved from last round. So this might be incentive enough to try to do something more YOLO. I think that CyberZen have to realize that they are losing rounds no matter how much money they have. So it might actually be worthwhile to try to do something a little bit lighter and then see if they can get away with something aggressive. At this point, it's more about putting a round on the board than just saving to have enough money to win. Because you know, sometimes you play a team better than you, you win with the pistols, but you don't with the rifles. And your problem isn't not having enough utility. Your problem is not knowing how to play against this opponent. And it's really hard to call for aggression when you have so much to lose. So if they only have light armor, a gun, and a couple of flashes, then they have all the reason in the world to go out and try to do something aggressive to start off the round, and that might be exactly what they need to do.
Yeah, we do see Sixer at the top of the moment, but the other thing I really want to highlight is the one thing that's always been the problem with Happy's lurking is when everybody else doesn't step up. Now, the great thing about what's happening at the moment is Apex is doing his work, Kenny's doing his work, Six is stepping up, everybody's having impact, Devil included, and then he doesn't have to sort of join in with the team. He can do this lurk role, and I think he's had a kill almost every single round just by waiting for rotations. The 2 kills in the back were so important in the round before, and he's just being an absolute bane at the moment.
Yeah, so when Happy was coming to form on LDLC, the advantage that he had over everyone as this like hard lurk was he had a new style that was like different from Get Right, different from Dosia. At the beginning of CSGO, and they got away with playing top teams and not a lot of people studying them. And he's had to transform from that player to someone who kind of blends into the crowd a little bit more because it's too obvious to do that type of thing. But he can kind of go back to who he was originally versus CyberZen, who don't have a lot of experience versus him, who I think he's considering a real threat. So I think this is a great opportunity for Happy to become a little bit more nostalgic and embrace his hard lurk style that made him the player that who he is today.
Does that mean we're going to see his secondary AWP on Cash? Because that was always something I loved. I don't know whether we will, but that was always one of my favorite things. I didn't like that he was taking it off the primary AWP some of the time, but he used to just go running into Squeaky and take picks, and that was definitely a spectacle to watch.
Yeah, that would be sick to watch, for sure. Now it's actually EnvyUS to move up into A main. 4 players over here, one of them in Squeaky, and it's clear with the bomb here. They are in position to definitely execute on the site. The one player, TB, I was wondering, he only has a CZ, gets neutralized immediately. Savage is on a rotate spot as well. The smoke will come out to obscure his vision, and Happy, as the lurker, comes out mid and blasts him.
Again and again. He's just doing his job so well, and I think you may be right. They just don't know what to do against this sort of play. He's just basically outsmarting them at every angle, and unfortunately, that does mean that at the moment they are getting dominated, and a lot of damage done in that round, a hell of a lot of damage, but not any real kills. One player dropped.
Yeah, one player dropped, and EnvyUS are a team that steamroll. They just are starting to get a little bit too confident. I mean, not too confident, just more and more confident, and that will only spell disaster for CyberZen, who I think stylistically expect to be able to steamroll their opponents as well. They have shown that they can come back from desperate score lines, like we saw last map, for example. But It's not going to be the same case every single time. You can't expect the team to come back from that big of a deficit all the time.
Yeah, and well, this time as well, it will be more on the T side of things. That is Cash as a map in general, but at the same time, it has been their CT sides that have been pretty damn strong. We saw it on Dust 2. Saw it from both teams, in fact. But now we look towards this faster push. Already a lot of damage being done onto Advent. Just going to get taken out by Kenny, who has just been on fire as well. Devil pushing in aggressively, finding another frag. And this is looking like, again, they've saved for this buy. It's not worked at all. Looking for this push back in. Devil, he's even going to get the frag on the player behind him. Lovey down and out before any real progress can be made. And now Zoking and TB, they're trying to save.
Yeah, they are getting decimated right now. It's just so much confidence in the hands of EnvyUS. We saw that quad call come out from EnvyUS, and then Kenny step out of Squeaky into the molly and take that shot because he knew he'd be there. And that's exactly the confidence that makes this machine work so well.
Yeah, and it's working nicely for Devil as well. And the entry frags there, both times just pushing in. Should have been caught out from behind, actually gets spotted and manages to take the frags as well. Zoking and TB look like they may be able to get away with their weaponry. Apex is sort of looking around that CT area, and there's a chance he may be able to find one. Leaving it a little bit late, but he is, and that's going to be costly.
Yeah, EnvyUS completely dismantling Cyberzen right now. Have tons of money across the board, are only halfway through this half, and Cyberzen don't even have an option right now. Again, only have one a pistol, don't have any idea of how to play a rifle round out to succession and do it in succession with another one. So options are limited. They have to find a way to reinvent themselves or just invent themselves in the first place. I guess this is where we start thinking about, well, what should they do? It's kind of hard to say because Envy aren't even giving them that much time. They're starting to speed up as well. And so it would be fine if they were just able to sit in spots and hit their shots, but even that has been a problem for Cyberzen, where Envy's aim right now is on point.
Yeah, everybody seems to be just rolling together at this stage. I have to say, during the qualifier, Envy's Cash was pretty much unstoppable. They
Right.
pretty much qualified off the back of anybody playing on this map was a loss. I think they got something. They definitely got a 16-6, maybe even a 16-1 or something ridiculous. Like, they absolutely decimated some teams, and I think that could be due to the fact they have gone back to that freer style of play, which was sort of the in-game leading style of Happy. However, they are playing with a stand, and it still seems to be working wonderfully. So you never know. TB is looking to go a little bit more aggressive here, take the fight, but he does not know where Happy is. And is Happy going to get away with another free frag? Yes, he is. Apex finds the entry onto the site as well. Lovey trying to do what he can, but it's looking like everything's coming up Envy at this stage. 2 players left once again. Zoking with 13 HP. Savage, he will upgrade to an AK at least, but once more, it looks like this round is as good as done.
Oh, this is beautiful. This is, in my opinion, what makes French teams the most fun to watch is when they get away with being so aggressive and doing it so tactically. And, man, the amount of people that Happy has shot that haven't seen him is unbelievable for him to do it over and over again. And there's Apex shutting down the exit frags as well. The thing is here in this situation, if you have players who are on the exit and they are trying to save and they die, they might as well have gone for the retake. So that's really the most tragic thing that could possibly happen to them. And so everything is going wrong for Cyberzen right now. They are down and out. They're not looking happy.
Yeah. I think Natu actually brought up the fact that there's one thing, like he remembered playing against Get Right, and he knew he would be lurking. He knew what he was going to do, but there was nothing he could do about it. And
Right.
that seems to be the case. This time, however, Happy is out. It wasn't really a lurk play. It was a straight jump over mid. And the aggression this time from Zoking actually does seem to pay off. So now we look at what Envy can do without the first man advantage. A lot of the time they have been getting that early pick. Kenny already looking for the trade, but he's going to get dinked up as well. Looking for that further kill, and there goes Lovey. That's really confident. Maybe a bit overconfident from Kenny repeaking that with such low HP, but a nice shot either way.
Yeah, it's like you look at the scoreline and you're going to make mistakes like that. Like Happy, for example, running out first for no reason when he was doing such a good job going second or third. If this was any closer, I don't think he would have even tried that.
No.
Not to say he couldn't get away with it, but it's just like not the optimal way for them to win a round considering how well things have gone in the past. But I love that from Levy. That was really good spacing on that. To take that fight, he called out Kenny S on that repeat. There's Advent to join the fun. CZ kill on A. He's the only one with just a pistol and getting kills. Sixer, however, picking up the op and living vicariously through himself right now is actually going to look for a no-scope. Oh my god, please don't do this to my voice. That is unbelievable. I really want to
Sorry, who's the stand-in? I must have missed that factor because that was an insane shot. Back to a 2v2. We finally thought something was coming up Cyberzen. They've been left with 2 players left. Devil is going to be caught in the back. It is all down to Sixer once again.
It's a good plant, too. He has the opportunity to get 1 frag. Oh, no, he doesn't get it. Okay, but it was very close. Anyways, Cyberzen managed to win this round, and it's very fortunate they were able to do it with 2 people alive because this entire time they've been in danger of reset. That situation has not changed whatsoever. They pull up the second round, pick up an op, and that's very fortunate for them, but they are still in grave danger of having like one of the worst halves possible.
Yeah, there's a big reset opportunity coming up. And, well, the other thing is this is the second time that we've seen Sixer in these clutch positions and actually doing a reasonable job. The first one, I don't think anybody could have seen that one coming, a double Molotov kill. Not the most common, especially after you're dead. But at the same time, he is definitely having a very good performance and, well, even picking up that AWP and getting a couple of kills in the last round to make it a little bit more costly for VG.
And as soon as VG were able to get the opening frag, which I think they've had trouble with this entire half, they turned it into a round. So that is a really nice sign. For me, I always look for whoever's getting the man advantage because you have to expect that you're going to convert those rounds if you are a good team, even if you are playing against a good team.
Yeah, Savage, I think, left his AWP in the spawn that round. A little bit questionable, but does get back into position eventually. Early aggression towards B from Envy is not going to come up with anything just yet, but they are still holding Devil over there for now, and there's a slight rotation coming in from a few players. He is grabbing map control, and that's a nice reaction shot to take down Zoking. Doesn't get blinded up. This leaves just Savage on the side with the AWP. Need him to go huge here if anything's going to come up their way. Going for the first shot, finds it. Looking around the back to find a second, misses. There's Devil once again, opening up this site. Looking for more, finds a third. Devil going big. TB manages to trade one back, coming back into the site. But it's him and Advent to try and pull this one off. Devil looking for a little bit more. He's not quite done just yet. Already finding himself multiple kills in this round, and TB is now going to try an entry back through the vent. He's waiting for his teammate. Advent actually pushing a little bit aggressively. It's TB once again to find the frag and still looking for more kills. Advent getting up close and personal, is going to grab the frag. It's all down to Devil. He's going to have to do everything on his own. He finds one more. He's on for the ace, and he is going to find it. Massive round from Devil, doing everything needed, and that is Envy. Every player now has had their moment.
Yeah, and that's Devil on cash, right? This is exactly what Sadakis was asking for, and what a monster. That was just sick, though. Even the first 3 in that sequence, I mean, he's got to put that on that resume. That was really nice how he handled all 3 of those players, positioning himself really well, taking that vent fight. It was so nice. And this first shot was great. I mean, that caught the end of it, but the turnaround and then the 1v2.
So just resume dominated China.
Yeah, right in the CV.
Either way, massive round coming out. And, well, that is pretty much every player now having their moment. We've seen big frags all the way across the board. Envy showing that no matter what roster is in play at the moment, they are here to play. And we've had some interviews earlier in the day saying, okay, maybe this isn't our tournament or we're just going to take this a little bit lightly. I don't believe that for a second. The way they're playing at the moment is very, very good. Their aim is on point on every single player. I don't think there's anyone to really pick out at this point saying, oh, do you know what, they're not performing. And, well, now we need to see what the VG have to offer. They don't have anything in this round other than 157, and it's just USPs other than that.
Yeah, what must be an absolutely demoralizing round that Cyberzen almost had locked up. Devil comes clutch, and now it's back to business for EnvyUS. They're doing exactly what they've done in previous rounds. Happy's already escorted up to white box. It's almost an unnecessary precaution because they only have USPs to work with, and they're shooting someone else in the side of the head. What more can you expect? This looks like a previous round that we've seen.
Yeah, no, he just able to do so much in this map. I'm not sure if he's actually topping the board at the moment. I think he's definitely up there, but there's so many contenders at this very point in time. Well, we can actually have a look. He is 14%. Yeah, he's top fragging at the moment. Devil up there with him, but every single player is positive in KD. Every single player having their moment.
Definitely having their moment indeed. And it all started with that crazy 4K from Sixer, just to kick it off. But, man, it got so much uglier from there. Envy are on track to have a 13-2 half. There's really nothing that should stop them in any sense. We often see times where teams get this big of a lead. They throw caution to the wind a little bit too much. But no, okay, Devil, looking beastly as ever, gets that opening frag on B. Savage goes down immediately. And, you know, he was just going through the motions. I'm probably assuming he had a few more seconds to get set up. Nope, Devil in your face.
Yeah, not giving them a single opportunity. Looking like a revitalized player. Lovey will flank the flanker, so finally catching one out. But it's Devil
Wow.
again.
Oh my
Another triple kill to add to his collection. Advent will manage to trade one back, and the B site may belong to the T's for a moment, but it's actually the A site where they're challenging. TB will manage to take down Devil, so it's back to a 2 versus 2. Sixer and Kenny on the site with the bomb, which will now start ticking. Looking towards this rotation as well. TB's very low on HP. Devil is courtesy of that. And Advent, he's been here for quite a while, should know the positions of a couple of the players. He is edging his way towards quad and looking for this kill onto Kenny S, who's already peeking out. Sixer's going to find him, in fact, and TB, he's got to do this with just 12 HP. The chances of this are very, very unlikely. He's got to try and get this kill very quickly onto Kenny, who's just waiting over towards the quad position. The bomb is ticking way too far gone anyway, so he may find these frags. I don't know if he has enough time. Is that going to be enough?
I have no idea. It's hard for us to tell, but I think he might actually have this. This is really important that he gets this. No, he doesn't have it. 2 seconds remain.
That is unfortunate, because that was really nice. The last 2 kills were impeccable.
Yeah,
but
had no idea. I mean, both of us
he
would probably
ran out of time.
Yeah, no idea that he would actually complete that 2K with enough time remaining. Well, I mean, he actually didn't have enough time remaining, but it was quite close. You got to go for it in that situation. I wouldn't even have blamed him if he knew he didn't have enough time to try to defuse, just to get Envy just a little bit nervous.
Yeah.
It's probably worth it in this situation.
Arms are sweaty, vomit on spaghetti.
Vomit on spaghetti, yeah. Vomit on his armpits already.
Yeah, but this round is not looking good. They don't have too much to play with. I think it was not looking good a little while ago, and now it's pretty damn bad. Looking like a 13th round about to come on board, as you said. The chances of them getting anything here, unless Envy got complacent, and that doesn't seem to have happened. It was a little bit close in that round, coming down to the last few seconds.
I think we get like the 25 Molotov strat into B. Make sure checkers is clear. And then just sit and wait. I'm not sure if that's actually the plan or not, but
oh,
there's 1, there's
first.
3, 6.
This is just clearing out everything. And Zoking, actually, the flash is great. He's going to find 1, but it will be Devil to just trade back 2. The second shot was just 1. Kenny then rips off TB's head. This is a slaughter at this stage. Lambs, they're getting taken down. Advent, oh, he's the last one left. He's got an AK, no kit, 1 flashbang, 3 players. Do you believe? No.
Yeah, wow, that's it, man. Such a dominant half. That's crazy. Yeah, and everybody doing so well. It's unbelievable. I honestly didn't expect. Hey, this is, as Henry said, he's got that low-key info from the analyst panel of the Chinese desk, and they said that this is by far Cyberzen's best map, right? That's the info that we have. So
yeah.
This might be a little bit humbling for them.
Maybe his Chinese isn't quite as good as he initially thought, or
maybe they're just talking about money.
yeah, that was it. They were like, yeah, no cash. That's our favorite thing. And he's like, there we go. No, it's not looking good for them. Of course, they had a great performance in the last map. Let's not take anything away from them. They have been great in this tournament, but it is looking like it's coming to a close. Unless, of course, their T side is impeccable.
Yeah, no, certainly. I mean, they just have, even going into this map, they just seem like a threat. It's kind of nuts how it just seems like these two teams, Vitalu and Cyberzen, are good at both in their own right, but have had such stellar performances without any practice versus Tier 1 teams in any other region. Suddenly come to LAN, stomp everybody. It's nuts.
And he's starting things off with a headshot. Lovey is down. The smoke will fall in and allow them to get the bomb down. Looking like a retake scenario already beginning. Zoking will end the life of Devil. So no more wonders from him in this round, but now we look at the trades. Nice work from Cyberzen, starting things off wonderfully. Going to add more, Advent doing the work, and this leaves just Happy trying to bring this one back, but he's in vent and a jumping shot from Savage to end his life.
Yeah, why not? And that's maybe a consolation prize. Really important to get this pistol. We have seen this come back before a couple of times, so I don't know if this is a win, but I'm gonna knock on it. I think that Envy have are 3 rounds away from potentially winning, and it looks like a pause is gonna come out. It looks like a technical pause called by Devil. But Cyberzen, can they do it? Can they come back? You really don't think so. You can't assume that they're going to do it. You have to cast as if the team that's winning by a huge margin on a map that's pretty fairly, fair to both sides, that Envy, as they're playing so well, will close it out, right? Right?
Yeah, and, well, in the olden days of their sort of map. They were very good at the CT side.
Right.
They were very, very good at the CT side. Yes, there should be holes to be found. Of course, they are playing with a stand-in. They're not going to have their proper setups in play, but a lot of the stuff that the desk was highlighting is, oh, Apex has to be great towards middle. We have to see Kenny going over towards the sites and playing with the AWPs. This could be over way before that even comes into too much contention.
Yeah. Now, because they won the pistol, they'll hopefully be able to get to a point where they earn themselves a rifle round, and maybe it does get to that point. But with the rounds going the way they are, I wouldn't be surprised if this turns into an eco. I'm serious. Like, I'm sure you know, we've just seen it so many times this casting. But Cyberzen have picked the right side of the map to go to, so they're going to be bullying B. There's only one person here. That is our man Sixer. It's going to be some Asian on Asian action, right?
Except for the fact that I'm pretty sure it's Happy. But
oh, is it? I'm sorry.
Either way, Asian on Asian. Let's go. Happy. Going to try and play that lurk role. He lives in the smoke. He was born in the smoke, and he's going to pop out of the smoke. 2 shots to the head, taking down 2 players already. Savage will end his life eventually. Sixer finds another. There is your Asian on Asian. He manages to get himself 2, and there you go. That was it. You mentioned it. You said that would come back to haunt them. The pistols work perfectly.
Yeah.
Happy again in the smoke.
Yeah, born
but
into
Sixer,
it, raised by it. That's him. That's the man himself. Flashes himself through perfectly. Gets 2 players caught up in the mix, and that's it.
How? It just, like, for this to happen,
I think
the
even,
flash
like,
as well.
them.
Just
They're
blinds
none the wiser.
both. That is just absolute wonderful play from
Pop,
Happy.
pop.
This has been an absolute masterclass from him in this map. Either way, here comes Kenny. Finds himself 2. It is going to be a trade, though, and that's the AK back into the hands of TB. They now have the sight as well. Look at the lurk coming out from Savage.
Oh my gosh,
he's
these
going to try and do it himself, but the flashes work perfectly for Apex. There's the lurk from Savage, but unfortunately, unlike with Happy, his teammates haven't quite been able to do the job. It's Apex now looking for Savage alone, going for this clutch. He's almost found the first, and look how low the others are. It is just 17 HP versus his 100. He's got loads of time, even has a Molotov to play with. But we are just looking at whether or not Apex can hit those shots. He has an AK. 1 bullet is all it takes.
Yeah, this is where they need to take headshot angles. I don't know what they're doing right now. They're evacuating B. I don't think they saw the bomb, or I don't think they're fully aware that they have it.
Yeah, it looks like they are splitting the site, so this could work even better for
they're going
Savage right now.
Where is...
Even looking like he's going to get the individual jewels. This will give away the position, but this could even work better for Happy. If he goes back towards Vent, he may even have an unintentional flank, like he does it just off a whim.
Oh my god, they're calling him out so hard right here.
Yeah, how? No, seriously, how? How have you worked this out?
Oh, he's going to clear
Savage,
it, though, does he? Yeah,
is he going to work this one out? No, he's not.
Oh, my God.
How does...
So
no,
hard.
I'm sorry, how? I've got nothing else to say.
What a legend.
Every single play he's made this game has worked.
Yeah, and it's been just, wow, that's crazy.
He's like in a dream world right now. He must be happy. I don't even intend the pun there.
Yeah, I mean, there's 2 ways to look at that round. It's like the bomb's down, so you have like low HP players, and you just have them come out to trade. But honestly, the chance of getting spray transferred is kind of high just because of how low they are.
Yeah.
So they find a way to do it a different way. That seems a little riskier, but actually, when the round's over, it makes you look like a freaking genius.
Yeah,
So,
Happy.
Nice.
Here we go. This is what I wanted to see, the aggression from Envy. There's the second flag. The perfect stuff, looking for the second. He will get it. Eventually, TB's there to trade, but Sixer getting another flame kill. Seems to be just primed and ready with those Molotov. Savage to save this one. But even then, the road is way too long, way too tough. Finds the first. Sixer's there to trade. Big performance coming out from Envy. And they will close that in dominant fashion.
Yeah, well played. Wow, amazing stuff. There's so much cool stuff that happened. Even on that map, that was just a straight-up stomp. And congratulations to Envy as they move on. I'm surprised they were able to do it. Savage, sorry, not Savage. Cyberzen looked fantastic. They had a deep run. I mean, I don't care what anyone says. Getting out of groups is a huge result in its own right. You know, it's at this point that we're questioning, you know, what tier 1 teams can they take down? Who are they better than? How justified was that Virtus Pro win? And so, you know, even though they had a tough second map, that first one showed they still had a dog in the fight the entire way through. And yeah, just fantastic performances overall.
Yeah, of course. I think we do have an interview coming up shortly, I hope. I think we have for the rest of it, so we'll be just waiting for that short moment. Of course, we can mention if you have missed any of the action, we do have the Score app available for you on iOS and, of course, Android. So if you want to check that one out, it will tell you everything about well, everything that's gone on and just news in general. It is a great app. We've already said that. We know it's a great app. But more importantly, Envy are now through. And who are they coming up against next? That's G2, right?
Yeah,
So
it's going to be G2, which is
French
it should be like G2. I think as Paul said, playing the best Counter-Strike of the event so far. I agree. I think they are playing fantastic. G2, Heroic, Cloud9 are like my picks of the tournament right now, and I think that's going to be extremely difficult. I don't know if they'll be able to challenge them, but either way, we got to see this fest.
For me, though, anybody who could challenge them, it'd be the people who know them the best. Like, most of these guys have played together. You have the sort of, even if some of them haven't, you've had Body mixing across with, of course, Devil in the sort of lineup. So there's been plenty of players who would know how to play each other well. I think a lot of them live together in the sort of big French house.
Incestuous.
Yeah, that was how it was put earlier. But that's one of the big things to mention, that if anybody was going to be able to beat G2, you'd think it was their fellow French.
Definitely, that's true. If you're playing like a country, if you're playing people from your own country, teams from your own country, you study each other a lot, you play with each other a lot. So yeah, there's a little bit of an advantage to the team that may be the underdog. But G2 playing with the full 5, being just like in form right now, I feel like it just is a recipe for a win. But
okay, well, it looks like we have lost Stefan, unfortunately. So we will be just cutting off to a break and then possibly coming back with the analyst or maybe an interview. We'll see you another time.
Hashtag find Stefan.
Gaming Bets, online betting for every esports fan. Dota 2 and Hearthstone, CSGO and Overwatch, StarCraft 2, the choice is yours. Express bets for multiple matches or live bets on the game you are watching right now. Know your way around Dota 2, make a prediction for picks and bans. Playing CSGO, guess the number of rounds in a certain match. Daily quests for all participants and all the best choice of payment systems. More than 600,000 users have already made their bets on the spectacular matches since 2011. EGB.com. You know for sure who's gonna win.
Getting tired of playing with the usual skins, but don't have enough money to buy a new one? Get rich fast with CSGoFast.com. CSGO Fast. It's a strong chance of winning in every game. Several rooms with different game modes. Daily, more than 1,000 games, 5,000 players, and 25,000 skins at stake. You don't need much in order to sweep the board.